Good day, good morning, and good evening, everyone. I am, of course, Leo Brown, and welcome to another edition of Psychic's Perspective. First of all, I thank you guys so much for watching, for commenting, for subscribing, and for sharing. Um, I know that this particular week, in terms of the people that I picked from to do my perspectives on, some of you are very unfamiliar with them, but I wanted to do that because I wanted you guys to see a little variety in my readings. And also, in my opinion, variety is definitely the spice of life. But I thank you guys so much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, for sharing. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. So we are halfway through our international week. And today I am doing a reading on Bulgarian pop singer Galena. Galena, there we go, Galena. Galena is, for those of you who don't know, Galena is a Bulgarian pop singer. I actually discovered her, let me see, I discovered her, 2010, I think, 2009, 2010. And I was like, oh, wow, she kind of reminds me of like Pink. And I've always been a big fan of hers. I love her music. One of my favorite songs by her is Toya Stava, along with Pak Lee and my goodness, so many. There's so many. Die Me. There's so many songs of hers that I like. And she's made some songs in English too. She's actually made a club record called Body Language. And I've always been a fan of her work. So I wanted to do something in honor of her. And for those of you who do not speak English, I will have Bulgarian captions on and below. So you can just hit the caption box on the side and you'll see Bulgarian captions. So I'm definitely going to have that for those of you who are not native English speakers. So without further ado, let's get started. And for those of you who like a reading, if you like what you see and you like a reading outside of this medium, please log on to my website at psychicleo.com. Once again, that's psychicleo.com. You can also follow me on all forms of social media except TikTok, Snapchat, and Periscope. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. All right, I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. Thank goodness it is the weekend. I am ready for this weather to warm up. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I am. All right, so Miss Galena. I'm telling you to stop here. All right, let's see. Okay, so so this has to do, it looks like to me, Miss Galena, you have a lot on your mind right now. A lot is going on with you mentally. And what I'm picking up around me, just from a spiritual perspective, is I get a lot to do with career and decision making, business deals, things like that. And I hear the word independent. I hear you like breaking away from a contract and kind of doing things on your own. And I pick up you doing different genres of music. From the first card I got, which was the Three of Swords, that's what popped out. Because it looks like to me that as of late, you have been going through a lot of thinking about, okay, well, what do I need to do next? What's my next move? What's the next thing I want to do? Not just career-wise, but just in general. Because I'm seeing like touring, I'm seeing a lot to do with you wanting to do things in America. I get a lot to do with Chicago for some reason. And I feel like because of this, it's made you make a lot of decisions that have been hard for you to make, but in the end, you've been needing to make them. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm also getting the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is all about not only decision making, but being selective of who you make your decisions with. So I feel like right now, especially in terms of business, in terms of even family and friends, you're being very selective of whom you bring around, who you who you give access to energetically. Because I feel like for you, energy is everything. And you're like, listen, I want to make sure that not only are the people on my team right, but I'm in the right space. Like, and believe it or not, you being selective like this is good. You being very smart like this is actually very good for you. And I definitely see it in terms of like you investing, branding, marketing, um, products, because I'm seeing products around you, like you coming out with probably a beauty line or something like that. I get shoes, um, fashion. I'm seeing a lot to do with the fashion industry. So I feel like you've got a lot of different things on the fire, but you're just trying to be selective, not only with the right deals, but with the right people around you. And especially when it comes to like your family, your friends, your children, you're being very protective, is what I get. You're being very like, okay, I want to make sure that not only are they good, but they don't have to deal with what I have to deal with. You know what I mean? That once I cross my threshold at my house, I'm at home. I'm not Galena the singer. I'm Galena the woman. You know what I mean? So I'm getting a lot of that. I get a lot of you being like, okay, everything has to be in this place and a place for everything. Let's see here. Okay. Now, here's the thing that I'm seeing that may be an issue, and that is you've got so much going on right now that you may feel like, oh my God, what, like what's my next move? What should I do next? You may feel very confused. You may feel very conflicted. And you may be so steadfast in what you're doing that you're like, oh my God, okay. That like you've got, because I feel like people around you are telling you, okay, you might want to sit back and let things happen. But I also see you going like, no, we're gonna strike while the iron is hot. So what this is telling me is go for your goals, but slow down. Like you don't, you know what I mean? You're not running out of time. You don't have a time clock. And it feels like to me you're just going, going, going. And I'm picking up around you that honestly, you don't have to do that. You don't have to you can sit back and let things happen. You don't have to always make things happen. Because I feel like that is a bit of an issue for you. But also, I'm also getting that there have been times where you feel as if you're being held back, um, in terms of not just, I mainly get career for you because I'm picking up a lot to do with career, like career and you performing and festivals and the kind of music you want to make. And, I get you wanting to sing more ballads and, things like that. Like you love what you do, but you want to do it on a grander scale. I get expansion. And there have been times where you feel as if you've been held back. You've been and I get a lot to do with contractually, like contractions, contracts, obligations, things like that. Like you've been really been like, okay, I can do this, but then I have this obligation to fulfill. So in a way, I had to put this on the back burner. So maybe that's why you feel like you have to do it now. But I'm being told, take your time, slow it down. And I think once you do that, you'll be fine. And also, I don't know why I'm getting this too, but focus on getting better sleep too. I don't know why that popped in my head, but it did. And then I'm gonna do the last two cards. So I got the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So what these two cards are telling me is that, right now you've had to walk away from a lot of things that you've gotten used to, a lot of things that have been comforting, familiarity. But at the same time, you also know that you're making the right decision. Like it's hard, but you're like, you know what, this is something that I have to do. I'm seeing like you doing either like a talk show or like you hosting a show, because I'm seeing you on TV. And I get you being like, okay, but I want to do something great. And I get greater, but I get you wanting to do something regarding women, helping the people of Bulgaria, the people of Eastern Europe, things like that. I feel like you want to do, or I shouldn't say Eastern Europe, of the Balkan part of the world. I feel like you want to do that. But I get a range. I keep seeing like expansion. Like I'm getting everything from like Greece to Turkey to, even Egypt, even. I get that area. So I feel like you've got a lot of things that you want to do. And excuse me, that, walking away from your comfort zone is hard, but you also realize like, I have to do this and I have to face this. And I have to, now I have to think about, not only what I want in the short term, but what I want in the long term. I'm seeing you, really being more, what's the word? More natural, like less makeup. I'm seeing you getting back to nature a bit more. I'm seeing you do a lot of different things that help you. You being around your family and friends. I'm seeing you exercising more often, and not worry so much about your image, but just who you are as a person. I'm seeing you go within a lot. And from there, you're able to make the decisions that you need to make. So it looks like to me, Miss Galena, you are definitely in transition right now. Transition and transformation, but that's a good thing, and it may not always feel good, but in the end, it will be good for you. And I see you doing a series of duets too. Um, like I know you, I want to say, I think this is Finky I'm picking up. Finky, Galen, Aziz too. I feel like you're gonna do a tour with Aziz because I'm picking up like you coming to the US, like New York, Chicago, like the East Coast of the country. I feel like you're gonna do that because I feel like there's a huge Bulgarian culture. There's an untapped culture in the US that a lot of us don't know. And I feel like you're gonna start doing that. You and a bunch of other artists are gonna start coming over here and doing big things. So that's all I wanted to say. I know this reading was extremely short, but I wanted to really say this because I've been a huge fan of your work for years. If you ever see this, if you or someone on your team ever watches this, I've been a huge fan of your work for years. I think you're a wonderful singer, a great songwriter. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep challenging yourself musically, emotionally, physically, because I also pick up that you're evolving emotionally. You're um, letting go of a lot of baggage. I feel like the past 2 years have been a lot of like, I gotta let go of a lot of baggage. And I get a lot of ups and downs emotionally, you know, and you really showing your vulnerability. And I get a lot to do with, I want to say this is your mom. Like you've either your relationship has gotten better or you've come to like an impasse with that. Like I feel like there's some things going on with you and your family, and it's gotten a lot better. Um, but other than that, honey, keep it going. Don't forget to eat. And for those of you who are watching, who are in the Balkan countries, I love you. I know you don't know me. I love you, and I thank you guys so much for watching. And for those of you who are, in America, I know we got a lot going on in the world right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, for commenting, for subscribing, and for liking my work. It means a lot to me. It really does. So until next time, my beautiful, beautiful sugar bears, I'm Leo Brown, and I will talk with you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.